What you got there, Andy?
Dave Oslin's ELITE TACKY, the hot weather blend. It's a little hot and humid here in Maryland today. Probably mid-80s with 80% humidity. So just working this stuff in to get some grip.
Just working it.
Working it in. Get this on shawstrength.com. Brian sells it.
Hey, shameless plug.
Hey, support your brothers. Support Brian, support Dave. Dave's a great guy. Brian's a great guy. Give him some love. Load some heavy stones.
Guess what we're doing today? Playing with these stones. Just getting all tackied up. It's Dirty Andy and Uncle Nick flying solo today.
Well, by definition, we're not solo since there's two of us.
All right,
That's calling a duet a solo. Come on, Nick, you're embarrassing both of us.
We don't. You knew what I meant. Damn it!
I don't know what to tell you right now,
you're
but
such a dick.
I know words
We're
hurt.
flying dolo.
I know words hurt.
Flying dolo.
Letters are hard.
Dual solo. Is that a thing? Dolo?
No.
Solo dolo? It's definitely a saying. Somewhere. It's a big planet. Mouth guard grab.
Hashtag what that mouth do.
Pick shit off a dirty platform.
I have my mouth. It's clean.
Right. None of it was in your mouth.
Well. This is the 350 is the weight we tested out. We'll call it inferior brands of tachyon. If you know anything about us, you know what brand that is. Not throwing shade or anything, but inferior to say the least.
Inferior. Does it start with an S?
Perhaps. So the thing is, what the test that we did is I lapped at 350 and I sat with it. So paused stoned, I guess, and sat with it. So all the weight was on my legs, so I wasn't holding it, it wasn't heavy. And over time, it started to slide out of my hands with this inferior brand of tacky on my hands, which never happens with ELITE. So that was the test that we did. If you can hold statically a relatively heavy stone in your lap, without it, like doing this number, you got a good tack. If you're slipping and you have these little strings or whatever you want to call them connected to the stone, then you know it's inferior. Nothing against it. Again, not throwing shade. If I want to hold on to and load a heavy stone, there's only one brand I go with. There's only one brand the best stone loader in the world goes with.
And that is?
ELITE TACKY. Dave Osley, found on shawstrength.com. All different blends.
Your Andys are inferior to my Andy. You gonna love this thing or what?
Yeah, I gotta get my mouthpiece. I don't know which way it is.
You look like a chicken trying to figure out what the fuck you're gonna eat.
Oh, it's upside down. Fail.
Redo.
It's like bobbing for apples.
He's a married man, ladies. What'd that mouth do?
Come on.
Let's go, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got this.
Finish. Put it home.
Come on.
Go, Andy. Come on.
Come on, Andy. Yeah.
Good job.
It says right here 350 for the internet. Those are internet pounds.
Internet pounds.
We think.
Those aren't
Not kilopounds, Nick. Want to load the stone from the sternum, not the belly button. If you let it roll down like Nick did on his last shoulder,
Don't do what Nick did.
you lose, what is that, 3-4 inches. And if you're loading to height or higher, you want those 3 inches. You don't want to give those up. So what you want to do is you want to hit this target right here, squeeze with everything you have with your upper back to keep it from rolling down and keep it high on your chest. So when you engage the hips, it's even higher than it would be if it was down low on your stomach.
So what you're saying, Andy, is every inch matters?
I mean, I don't want to give up 3 inches. Like,
Well, when all he got's 3 inches, you know.
Squeeze, 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 tight.
Come on, you got this.
Nice. Set yourself. Big hips. Tight. Tight upper back.
Yeah.
Not wearing a shirt because I do not like the way a shirt moves on your body when you have a stone load. I normally get tacky on my stomach and the stone sticks to my stomach. Yeah, it rubs off skin, or rips off skin, I should say, but the stone doesn't move, and I know it's not going anywhere at that point. Good. Get comfortable. No rush. Take your time, get set, make it count.
Come on.
Get up!
Come on. Come on, Nick.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Come on, Nick.
Nice, yep. Get it in, yep.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Set yourself. Tight back, tight back. Come on now, attack.
Come on, Nick. Let's go.
Up, up. Nice. Oh, nice.
I went a lot better the first time I attempted that. Woo!
How does it feel?
It feels like shit. It's a 400-pound stone.
Yeah, that's a big shit.
That's a big shit.
I will do the 400 though. In a couple of years.
You guys gotta stop videoing with the sun in the background.
Well, I was hoping you'd walk around, but you fucking didn't.
Well, how come I gotta move?
Because
Like, why is this my fault?
because
That's a YP, not an MP.
ginger.
That's a your problem, not a my problem.
Doesn't sound like a we problem. It sounds like a you problem.
It's a YP.
Where'd you go, Andy? So, after action report on that 400-pounder.
I felt good off the floor. God, I haven't done stones in probably 18 months. Been way too long. I kind of hate myself for that. By kind of, I mean a lot of hate, a lot of self-hate. But I'm a ginger, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the 400 felt okay off the floor. Lapped it a couple times. I just didn't have anything out of the lap. Just kind of need to build back up and do stones more often. The 350 felt amazing to 48. Thought the 400 was there, but it wasn't. What are you gonna do?
I
Had fun.
Not
That's all
think
that
I was
matters.
going to work up to that today. At
Yeah.
all. I had no intention of going to 400.
Well, you're
I had no intention of going to 350.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to do stone to shoulder, and then I got the 400, and you didn't, Andy.
You're welcome. As a young man, that might mean something to you, but to me, I don't care.
Here we go again with being mediocre.
I got that market cornered, bro.
Mediocre Andy.
Pretty smart for a dumb guy.
So I went a lot heavier than I planned on. When your friends are doing it, all logic goes out the window and you jump in and you play too. Basically is what happened. But yeah, just like on the pause deadlifts, the stones escalated quickly as well. I went from going, I'm just gonna go 280 to shoulder, then I loaded 350, and then I loaded the 400. Because Andy was attempting the 400, so I was like, well, I can't be the bitch in the group, I guess. But that was my first time using ELITE Tacky, which I was impressed because I use a lot less than I normally would with any of the other brands like Spider Tacky. It turned out to be more effective in the small amount that I did use with the ELITE Tacky. Like I said, that was my first time using it. That is Brian Shaw's brand. I will put a link in the description down below here. But I believe the website is www.shawstrength.com. Right, Andy?
Yeah, SeanStrength.com, probably /store/tacky, I don't know.
Well, I'll Google it and copy and paste the address or the web address on the description below. Yeah, you guys know how that stuff works. This is not any sales pitch. We don't gain anything from this. It's just a good product. He's a friend, and we want to see our friends do well. That's all it is. That was, like I said, that was my first time using that Elite Tacky, and I did love it. It is hard to work in, but any good tacky is going to take a lot of work in, and I still have stuff in my hands. You can see. That is about it for the stone stuff, guys. What I'm gonna jump to next is we weighed the big tire that we have here, because Alan Thrall called Joe Satmary, Brian, and myself out on their tire flip challenge. Well, they both weighed their 1,000-pound tires and they fell short, and I think they were both around 800 pounds. So what we're gonna jump into next is the process of us taking that big old tire to go get weighed. So we're gonna jump right on over to the process of weighing this tire. I started filming in the morning, from loading it all the way to when we took it to the junkyard to get weighed. So without further ado, let's hop on over to that. You're probably wondering why I'm at a farm with all the chickens and cows. Well, that's because a certain someone, Alan Thrall and Joe Satmary, decided to weigh their 1,000-pound tires. So I'm setting up the rig. So I've got this all set up, and I'm gonna go meet Brian at the gym to pick up our supposedly 1,200-pound tire, but I guess we'll see.
You're gonna hit the line. So easy. It's so easy.
There it is. Watch yourself and come flop. It's coming.
Well, that went a lot better than expected. So now it's off to the junkyard.
Off to the junkyard.
Off to the junkyard. Thanks, Pops.
Hey, no problem.
This is my dad, by the way. This is my dad. Dad, how long have you been lifting? About 6 months?
Yeah, 5 months.
5 months, and what's your deadlift?
450 so far.
How old are you?
65. Call me Pops.
You had to throw that in there. Shameless plug. Call me Pops.
Call me Pops.
I love it. Brian didn't want people to call him that, so of course out of spite, I call him Pops all the time now. And there's his lap dog.
That big lap
His
dog.
100-pound lap dog.
Won't let me change my shoes.
Kind of what are you doing? It's tied down, we're ready to roll, but you're gonna have to go over to Brian's channel to catch the rest of this, see what it actually weighs. That will all be on his channel, and that will be coming out shortly after this. So make sure when you see this released, hop on over to his channel, because the rest of that will be on there. And Alan and Joey, I don't know what you're willing to wager, but pretty sure this tire's heavier than 800 pounds. Ready to roll?
Safe bet.